Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to talk about MMTLP, which is a stock that has attracted a lot of attention in the traders community recently, mostly because of the volatility and the uptick of the share price, as well as the strong fundamentals that it may have in the future, which also further fuels the potential short squeeze. So as always, if you appreciate what I do, please consider to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and check out the links in the description. Before we begin, I'd just like to make a brief disclaimer, which might clarify what this video is about and what it isn't. What is presented in this video are going to be my opinion or my interpretations on how things are and will be. They should not be considered as investment advice and should be watched for entertainment purposes. They might help you to make better decisions, but they shouldn't be the only thing that the decision is based on. So most of my analysis is done in the immediate past or just a few days before the uploading. Hence, by the time you see it, whatever you see on the chart might no longer be what you see in my videos. But regardless, it's still a very useful tool to look at the past and to, determine what the future has for us. Also, the analysis will try to cover the stock as comprehensively as possible, and it'll talk about more factors than just the latest news or price actions. For example, we're going to cover the financials, the stock market trends, the long-term perspectives, and the shareholder behaviors. They're going to affect how much we're going to buy, when we're going to buy it, and if we're going to buy it. Most of my viewers are watching these videos for the first time, so it is important for them to consider all these factors, even if some of them don't change from one video to another. So, with that being said, let's begin with today's topic. Recently, it was announced that MMTLP would go through a merger, and that as a consequence, there's going to be major changes in the short positions. It's an interesting situation for sure, in that now that the S1 has been approved, MMTLP can take its price to new high, which it did. The general mood in the trading community is certainly very joyful, as the expectation is that now shorts will have to cover their positions. And currently, I saw that there's about like 15 days of covering period. This is mainly caused by the daily volume of MMTLP compared to the sheer size of the short positions. Over the past few trading sessions, the bulls have enough reason to push upward, since the expected catalyst already occurred. With that being said, the price has been hovering between $9 to $12, with a kind of support close to the $10 level. So the general mood is that after such a bullish run, it is normal for MMTLP to take a break at some point before continue to go up. And we should expect additional shorts trying to push the stock down. Otherwise, I believe that as far as the price action momentum is maintained, things shouldn't be that complicated. The tendency is clearly bullish, and we should expect the stock to reach somewhere like $15 to $20 within the next couple of weeks. Before we go further, I'd just like to mention that, if the stock goes above $11, then we can commit a larger chunk of the allocation. No one knows how far a possible pullback might go, especially given that the shelf life of MMTLP might be in terms of weeks, and not really in terms of months or years. So maybe it can go down by like 30%, but I wouldn't bet on it too much. It can go maybe as far as $8 to $9, but still remain a bullish trend overall. So the online discussion all suggests that there is a very high degree of optimism surrounding MMTLP because of the short squeeze. So the market mood heavily favors the scenario in which shorts of the company will be like the main reason to push the stock upward. There are signs suggesting that it'll be a question of weeks before all the shorts would have to be redeemed, essentially acting as a huge boost before the company becomes private. Just as a side remark though, the fact that MMTLP is doing well also benefits MMAT, as the shareholder base is mostly similar and retail, and sometimes people tend to bind those two companies together. It doesn't mean that they're going to have the same kind of gains, but they're certainly going to have similar momentums. So for MMTLP, I would say that currently there are 46 million shares owned by institutional investors. It's a good sign. It suggests that we're not alone in thinking that MMTLP has like a brilliant short-term future, and it shows that it's still volatile enough in the long term for the current price. Simply put, the main play, if not the only play in this case, is the short squeeze. A short position is open with borrowed shares from brokers and have to be paid back eventually at a later date, hopefully when the share price has gone down. As long as the position remains open, the company would have to pay financial fees to keep them open. So, based on the website called MarketWire News, there are currently about 5 million shares accumulated against MMTLP. The vast majority of those shares are not redeemed, and there is a potential for a short squeeze, and a massive one at that. If the share price goes up, there would be a major incentive then to redeem as fast as possible, which is the same case with MMTLP after the S1 approval. The shorts will be compelled to close because the price will get higher, and that it's going to be a significant loss for them. And this kind of momentum, like I've said before, is not going to slow down anytime soon. Based on different factors, I believe that MMTLP will remain bullish, but we should expect some limited pullbacks. It should be considered as a trade stock with strong potential to earn a massive gain. For people who wholeheartedly believe in this company, just hold the stock for a few weeks. Based on different factors, I believe that it's going to remain bullish. And an entry point right now would be recommended. And if it goes above $11 and it can maintain there for, let's say, one trading day, then I would say commit more capital in it as well. So the maximum exposure I would recommend is between 1 to 3% of your portfolio.